is a mental state where someone is put in an emotional strain. It is almost always when under a lot of pressure. Everyone experiences this, but commonly we associate stress with the pressure that is put on students. Since 2013, students have been reporting stress levels that exceed those of adults. Academics is an often cause of stress, especially seen in high school and uni students. It is in Year 12 that is the peak of NCA, where the most stress and pressure is put onto these students.
My name is Emily Mason, I am Year 12 and I take drama, earth and space, fabrics, English, math and maths.
I'm Blair, I'm also Year 12 and I take geography, history, classics, English, chemistry and maths. Well, personally for me, when it comes to stress, compared to Year 9, 10 and 11, it's so much more stress than before. I mean, the number of exams we have and teachers breathing down our neck, it's just ridiculous.
I do find that all of the NCA stress does affect my social life, because after all of the classes and all of the work and all the homework, when it all adds up, you don't have a lot of time, because each class has their own expectation for you, and when you add that up, it's just bombards you with stress.
I know, yeah, and the other thing is, you start getting jobs in Year 12, and so you're really excited because you're earning cash. At the same time, that means your weekend, you don't have a weekend. We've got our learners and we have to get a car, and so I spend my weekend, mainly working and doing homework. So that's kind of really all I do, so NC takes up all my time. What Facebook? I don't have any social media, and I suppose it came because, with all the stress that comes through to doing things like social media, I have it, but I don't use it at all. I go home, I have to cook, I have to clean, and then I just do study. And so I think it's more distracting and it gets me more nervous about I'm not doing study. I'm wasting it on like social media and stuff. That is better just not to look at it at all. So
I do find that with social media I do get very distracted, so I tend to be doing my work or I'll be on track and suddenly I'll think, oh wait, I could check this or I could do that, and it will throw me completely off. And I do think that social media is very important, so it shouldn't be banned completely or whatever, because it is very important in teenagers, but it does get you very distracted and it tends to send you off course.
Well, for me, I don't really have much stress throughout like the whole school year. It's just when it comes to externals. Like right now with like externals so close, oh my god, I have like no life and I hate externals so much and I just want to drop out of school at the rate it is going. But throughout the year, because like internals don't usually occur at the same time, you can kind of get away, you can kind of only focus on one thing at a time. So when it comes to the end of year, I just grin and bear it and just pray like nobody's business that it's going to be over as soon as possible.
See, I do have a lot of stress throughout the whole year. Straight from the start, it's just bombarded with work and it gets very stressful, and I have found that often trying to take your mind off things, either using music or completely distracting yourself, or like organising time to do work and then separating it from free time, often I feel relaxes your brain, so you can sort of separate, and that often helps if you're very, very stressed, just to take a breather and stop for a second, and yeah, that usually helps.
Stress in moderation can be helpful to high schoolers in so many ways. It motivates them to study, to do better. It helps push them, but too much can lead to lack of motivation, anxiety and depression. Stress is impacted by many different aspects of life. People combat stress in many ways by relaxing. Taking a bath, walking along the beach, creating art, listening to music are just some of the ways to relieve the stress.
Hi, I'm Taze Chapman. I'm currently Year 10 and I take Maths, English, Science, Geography, History and Music.
Well, what causes my stress? Basically everything. I stress about every single little detail. Like even if I'm going to my friend's house, I'll stress about what I need to bring for a sleepover, so I have to ask them what do I need to bring. I stress about homework. I'm a very committed person and I overbusy myself, so I don't know how I'm going to cope next year because obviously it's NCEA. And obviously NCEA is a lot more important and you have a lot more internals and more study revision that needs to get done.
So I think some of the best ways to deal with stress is taking a break and doing deep breathing. There's apps and mindfulness, which I think really helps. It's kind of deep breathing, concentrating, doing stuff like yoga, because it really just de-stresses your body, and it really invites calmness, and just having breathing or having meditation and reflecting on everything that you've done. Some of the best ways I deal with my stress is I like to make lists so that I know I haven't forgotten anything, and so then I slowly work through my list so I can tick it all off, and it helps me organise myself. I also, I try and manage my time, so
my homework is a priority over anything else I do. Also, when I'm feeling really stressed out, I take out my flute or my clarinet, and that really helps me calm me down because it stimulates your brain. It's kind of like, especially when I play like fun music like Disney or Phantom of the Opera, it's fun and it just lets me, cool down for a bit. I also like sometimes to read a book. Take a break, read a book. I have to be careful I don't get too carried away reading my book.
Am I prepared for NCEA?
I think for some classes I am. In some of my classes this year I don't feel like I'm being challenged enough, so that kind of worries me about what the difference will be for next year. But I suppose it's good, they have a good setup, and like in English they're starting to extend you in what level 1 should be. I suppose, yeah, in some ways.
Stress. Although it can be beneficial, it is important to make sure you take the time to relieve it. With increasing amounts of stress and pressure put on students in 2017, it is essential to find ways to relieve stress. It's as simple as taking a bath or finding time to do something you love. By taking a break to relieve stress doesn't mean that you aren't working hard enough. It is important to look after your mental health and stress levels.